Hello everybody, welcome to another Monday Night Live at Cafe Gratitude. Tonight we've got Chef Dina Knight. Her topic is releasing physical and emotional weight with a high green diet and uncovering our true selves. I'm just going to go ahead and read this here. Chef Dina Knight is a raw chef and living foods chef, instructor, personal coach, consultant, and natural energy healer. Dina witnessed the powerful healing achieved through eating an optimal plant-based whole foods diet following the illnesses of several close family members. She became passionate about helping others and through her own personal transformation lost over 100 pounds and 16 inches from her waist. So not too shabby. She's co-founder and executive chef of Greenivore Incorporated and eLivingHealth.com. She teaches online as well as in person. She was a presenter again here last year, and we're really happy that she's back to tell her story. So again, here's Dina releasing physical and emotional weight with a high green diet and uncovering our true selves. Please give her a big hand.
Welcome everybody. I'm Chef Dina Knight, and I'm really glad that you're here tonight. It's been actually almost exactly a year since I've been in California, so I'm just, at least this part of California, so I'm really excited to be back and joining with you all while you're enjoying your lovely raw food meals, which is great. This past year has been a complete whirlwind, but at the same time it's different than it was previous in past years where I was just traveling and going, like crazy, because I think the year previous to this last one, I was like on the road about 9 months of the year. And so this past year, I traveled maybe about 3 times. So it was definitely a slowdown period for me, but not in the sense of still really learning and growing. And, sometimes we have to take some time and focus on ourselves and working on ourselves. And, as much as we want to just work and go, and boy, some things happened that just slowed things down for me, so I had to take some time, and I call it going into my cave. Does anybody ever do that when you're like, okay, everything else can wait, I gotta go just take care of me? So anyway, I got here, I guess, when was it? It was for Liz Bechtel's birthday last year. I came and we had a crazy 180 people that we catered a party for, and this year she took it easy on me. We only had 60, so that was nice. And then after that, I was teaching a 5-day high green diet program, which is what I've been doing with my company Greenivore for the past several years, and really teaching people how to incorporate more greens and living foods, and not go towards so much of the high fat kind of stuff, but if we are going to do fats, to get them in the whole form, and so that's been sort of my focus in terms of the diet. Well, Liz is an absolute amazing testimony to longevity on this diet. I mean, she just literally last night, or was it yesterday, came back from a competitive ski race that she won, by the way, at 71, with a 9-second handicap on top of that. So, and she's just a true inspiration. And so anytime I get a chance to come out here and spend time with her and do fun things with you guys, I just love it. So thank you for having me today, because I really appreciate being able to come and share. Because it's, I'm from Texas, and it's completely different weather, although I was expecting it to be a lot warmer. And I was like, wait a minute, we're going to have that nice, beautiful sunshine. And I had a few days of that, and then we had a crazy hailstorm in the middle of the afternoon. I was just like, what is going on here? This is California? Where am I? So anyway, this next upcoming week, I'm going to be, actually I don't normally stay this long, but the flights were really expensive to go home, I guess because of spring break or something. So I'm going to be here till the 24th, just so you know. So I've got a couple of other classes that I've kind of put on the schedule for this coming week. I'm going to do a 2-day dehydration class this coming week, but it's going to be in Alameda, so I know it's a little bit of a hike for you guys. But if you know anybody in that area who'd like to come, or if you want to come for even just a day, see me afterwards. And I'm also going to do a sea vegetables class, because that's one of my big things, is teaching people how to get more greens in, both land and sea. So just see me afterwards and we can talk about that, because I want to get into what we have going on today, which is all about my latest greatest journey. Last time I came, I shared most, about my story and kind of how I got started with raw living foods and, vegan diets and all that kind of thing. And it was just the crazy conglomeration of events that just kept happening, that kept presenting new information to me to kind of open my eyes to things. Like you start with one thing and you're like, oh, I didn't know the animals were having all that issue too. Wow, okay, and then it opens another channel, and then, oh my gosh, and all these heart and these, diabetes and all these things can be helped by changing your diet. Wow, okay, so that opened more, of my eyes, and, of course, kind of released a few things myself here. So one of the things that, really struck me is that with my father, I told my story last time about how, he was given basically 6 months to live, and that was just like, okay, this is a life or death situation here. And, I immediately started doing all the research because I was a biochem major in school and neuroscience, I was a science person. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to find something that's going to help this, situation, because if they don't have any options, then where do you go, right? I mean, Google. That's where you go. How many people diagnose themselves through Google like half the time? Okay, a lot of people do. So you're like, okay, well, through Google, you end up finding a lot of things. Some things are completely weird, but on the other hand, I learned a lot about how this vegan diet was really helping people recover their health and get healthier, and I was just like, okay, there's something really to this. And, within a month after my father began, 6 months to live, he completely, turned around. This man who couldn't walk up my stairs was able to walk 2 miles a day and climb a mountain. I mean, it was just insane. So that's kind of my past story of what happened, and I got into raw foods, lost a bunch of weight. People kept coming up and, well, how did you do this? And I haven't seen you, and da-da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, I'm taking all these classes, and I'm teaching classes, which I was a network engineer, extremely shy, did not talk to people, and sat in server closets, so it was really weird to be, out there doing that. But all of a sudden, I'm in this completely different life, And so for the past 6 years, it's just been like that. It's been a complete changeover. It's like I'm not even the same person. But the thing that happened is, a lot of times we go and we change our diet, or we start, eating better, and so we go through a process of detox, right? Well, on the physical level, I have to say detox, there's a lot of stuff that can happen. You end up releasing, toxins, and, maybe you can't get out of bed for a few days. Colonics can help, stuff like that if you have access. But on the physical level, what we don't realize is that there's so much that is stored within our bodies that's usually unresolved emotions. Who knows that's true, right? Well, who's heard of Bruce Lipton? Yeah, you've heard of the biology of belief and some of these other books? He talks about that, he says that 95% of all illnesses are actually caused by, basically improper beliefs or stress in the body. So a lot of people, they think about stress. Who's ever had stress? Okay, like if everybody doesn't raise their hand, that's just, yeah. Everybody has had stress.
He doesn't, Dr. Clapper doesn't know.
Oh, Dr. Clapper doesn't have stress though. He's our shining beacon here. So thank you for coming, Dr. Clapper. We need at least one person.
What's stress?
What's stress? Yeah. Actually, that's the truth. So it is a little bit about our attitude towards how we handle situations in life, right? Actually, it's completely about our attitude to how we handle. I take that back. It's completely about our attitude towards how we handle things in life. That does determine whether or not that stress ends up taking over our systems, or whether or not we can transmute it into love and gratitude. Hey, we're here at Cafe Gratitude. This is the perfect place to be talking about the two best energies that basically will transmute all of your negative emotions, which are the highest vibrational energies, which are love and gratitude, right? Have you heard of that before? So all these, I love how they name their items on the menu, and it's like, I am, compassionate, and I am forgiving, and I'm all these, all these things, and they are, someone who's not already in this culture might look at it and go, what is that? That's complete bunk, and that's just people, happy-go-lucky, whatever, right? But when you look at some of the science that's been done in terms of how our emotions really do affect our biology, it's not complete bunk.